Hey everybody, Scroft here. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 25. I'm back on Calmsden for what is a bit of a surprise episode. I've had a nightmare, an absolute nightmare. If you watch back on, I think it might have been episode 3 of my Calmsden Let's Play series on FS25, I was talking about a bit of a glitch I had. It was very strange. It was with my monitor, but I actually thought it was something to do with like my graphics settings of something. And I was having some just weird kind of, I don't know, just glitches. It was like almost like weird ghosting effects going on my monitor screen. So I changed the cable and everything that I mentioned in the video that I had to cut out and then come back in. And basically, the worst happened. My monitor died. So when I got home today from work with the intention of recording the Farmhand episode today, that would have come out Saturday, which is the day you're going to be watching this video. I just been faffing about, had to change a load of stuff, remove a monitor, got this really small monitor. I'm glad I had a backup one and put that in its place as my main monitor. And I've also ordered a replacement because it's, you know, something that's important to me to make sure I make content. But yeah, it's just been an absolute nightmare. So because of that, I've not had enough time to do the Farmhand. It's just going to be, it's just not left me much time at all. It's like 10 p.m. right now, and I just wouldn't have time to get it done. So I decided, still can do a video, but I'm going to just jump on and do a bit of faffing about on Calmsden. We'll do a mission and just have a look around and stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to let everybody know that the Farmhand's now going to be a day later. It's going to come out Sunday, and I'll probably put the one ahead of that maybe a couple of days after that, because I need to wait for monitor to arrive on Monday, and I'll just wait for that. But yeah, I just wanted to let everybody know that I'm doing Calmsden today because this monitor packing up on me. And the Farmhand is going to be Sunday. So, yeah, keep that in mind. If you're a Farmhand fan, Sunday is when the next episode is out instead of the 4th, so it'll be the 5th. But, yeah, complete and utter faff. I'm glad it happened when it did, though. But at least I got a new monitor coming. That's always the positive. But anyway, we're going to go and faff about, like always. But first I want to show you this, which is something small, again, detail that Oxy's added in. But he's put in these flowers on the garden area, so they are new. Small little features like that just keep getting added to the map. But I want to show you something pretty cool now. But let's jump in the John Deere. I'm in the 7R. Got some plans with it, but first I want to go show you something super cool. And it was an excellent idea that Oxy's had, and he's put into the map. Now, we were messing about on this track over here. We were driving through. It was rainy, and the mud effects, you know, with the ground deformation, were going on with the Massey that I had at the time. But now we're going to drive through it with the 7R, with the John Deere, the 7R, which is a lot heavier. But because it's not raining, we shouldn't get as much ground deformation. I mean, we were sinking before because of the rain. So I'm just going to stop. We are sinking a little bit still. It's not as much. But this in a second you're going to see is super cool. You might see it now, but you really will see it when I start driving through it. And I just thought, what a thing to add in. But can you see it? We've got like muddied water in this boggy area. Now this will be there all year round. Doesn't matter when it is, could be in the summer or anything. But look at that. How cool is that of an effect? And I had to show it off because when Oxy showed it me, he had this cracking idea of putting it in around this area because, you know, it's got the stream and it's a bit more of a boggy area, and you'd expect that because it would collect water in this spot. We've now got this, and he's changed the colour of the water as well, so it's not as clear. It's got a bit of a muddy brown tinge to it. But God, it's a super cool idea. Things like that will make a big difference as you're playing. And it's obviously down here as well. You can tell where it is because you'll have the splash effect on the tyres when you drive through at a certain speed. So if we go and speed up now, you can see we're getting it here. But it also has the ground deformation. So we've got, like, you know, we've got this kind of collection of water. What I really like about it as well, you don't see it as well as we're seeing it now until you've drove through and you've got that ground deformation. So it really does add to the fact that it's a collected area of water, and we're driving through it. And you can imagine if it's rain, it's going to look crazy. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out. What a cracking idea, for one, by Oxy, and two, how well has he implemented that. But anyway, let's go and drive on. Now, I did see as well, some comments on that video about me not getting any mud collecting in the tyres. Now, the reason for that was it was wet, and you can see that the tyres are actually wet, but the body of the tractor isn't. That's because I drove through the water, and it will obviously clean it off. But if I keep driving on mud, it's going to pick up. Now, also, it is determined on the speed that you've got the game set at for how dirty your equipment gets, because there is an option. So if I have a look, I've got it set to normal. So if I put it on fast, it's probably going to show up quicker. But I just thought I'd point that out. It does work. It's not something that can be like broken as far as I know from the map. It's just how the game is. And if you're driving through water, you know, especially, then it's not going to collect or stick to the tyres. But if you go through a field, for example, especially one that's like got maybe a cultivated state or a ploughed state, then that's going to be, you know, a different story. But yeah, I just wanted to make that clear that it is on there. You're still going to get mud in the tyres and stuff, but when we're driving through like bodies of water like that, it obviously doesn't stick. I've got a collision. Got a random collision. That was very strange. I wonder what that was. Right, I will screenshot that right now and send it to Oxy. See, this is why testing's important. We've got a collision. It must be from that texture there on the ground. Now, that wasn't like that before, so maybe something's reset on it. But this is why I've got the debugging on, because you can see collisions like that, not in the game. But yeah, I'm going to take a screenshot now, and then I'll get that sent over to Oxy, because that needs to be sorted out. There we go. And we'll drive around it for now. But I was going to say, it's so strange currently. I'm playing on a really small monitor, and yeah, it's not looking as good for me, but it will do for you guys. They're still going to record in the same way in 4K and everything like that. But no, I'm playing on this tiny monitor from what I'm used to, so I feel like I'm squinting. It made me feel like I might need glasses. Yeah, hopefully, come Monday though, I'll be back to normal. I've pretty much gone with the same size monitor, and I've gone 4K again, so not too bad. These things happen, don't they? Random things just break in here and there, and I've had good use out of it. I've had good use. It's been like 2 years, so it's not like I've, you know, not got the use. I mean, if I'd be disappointed if I didn't gain much and it lasted like 2 years. But it's actually been about 28 months, so it's over 2 years, but still, I would have hoped to got a bit more use out of it. If you can tell as well, looking over in the distance there, we've got 3 trees. Now, they're the ones that we need to collect for this mission. It's a dead wood mission, and that's pretty much what I'm going to do. Look at the fog that's collected, or the morning dew. But yeah, we're gonna chop them 3 down, so we may as well come through this gate if I open it now. And I'm going to try a chainsaw out and do it that way, and auto-load it and everything. Honestly, it's just going to be a quick episode because of the time it is. And I thought, no, I've got to do a video. I really wanted to get back into the farmhand. Obviously, I haven't done it for a while because the Christmas period, and then around New Year, I went away to see, some family, and didn't get a chance to get the farmhand done then as well, because I had a backlog of videos I wanted to make. And I thought, no, I've got to get through the videos that I was committed to. And then having this problem with my monitors just really set me back, because instead of getting home and, you know, cracking on with it, I've had to faff about with bloody monitors. Not ideal. Never easy with a dolly. Never easy. I have found, though, that it is slightly easier. Now, I know that's saying something because it's a dolly. I mean, they're never easy, but it is slightly easier when you turn the steering speed down. So because now they've made changes to Farming Simulator 25, the kind of base setting now, the steering, is a lot more realistic. It doesn't fly back as quick, and the steering back speed setting is, yeah, I think it's like speed. It's the steering speed setting, basically. The lower that is, or the slower it is, the easier I've found it to be to kind of maneuver a dolly. So keep that in mind. If you're struggling with a dolly, you could always put the speed down of your steering, and it might help you out. But anyway, let's go and chop these trees. I want to try and get this spot on. Obviously going to use auto load. And so, you know, it's not going to be not going to be bad at all to do this. But they are pretty good trees. But no, we're going to just do this mission. That's the whole point of the episode, just to test it out, make sure it's working okay, because it's the one mission that's new to the game with FS25 and new to Calmsden that I haven't tested out. So I'm going to try this. I saw this mod. I'm going to try this out, see what it does. It's basically an axe. I mean, it chops it down quick. So you can't complain to that. I mean, there we go. That one's done. Now, do I have to check that they're marked? Because I did that last time with the rock and it had a flag in it. I didn't really do it that well. But they are all marked. And that is pretty much job done. I mean, that's all you have to do. You just have to chop them down. That's crazy. Because it says it's completed. So how easy was that for a contract? I think you should probably have to deliver them. Or else it is just way too easy. Oh, no, it is what it is. We're definitely gonna chop them up though. We're gonna make a bit of money on them. Take them up to the sawmill and sell it. May as well. I do think the changes they've done as well to especially the delimbing. I don't know if I'm keen on it. I think I prefer the 22 way. I'm not a massive logger in the game anyway. I don't do much logging in Farm Sim. So anyone that does a lot of logging would say it's, you know, a play style that you like doing in the game. What do you think of it? Like, honest assessment of it. Are you disappointed, or do you like the changes, or are you a bit of a mixed bag? You like some of it but not all the changes they've put in? Because I've seen a mixed bag of comments on it. It's a bit like Marmite. Some people like it, some people don't. Right, so that trailer, I'm pretty certain it's about I'd say about 6 meters. Let's see what that is. So I have got the Lumberjack mod on, but I've also got Forestry Helper by Timmy. Now this mod is absolutely perfect for me right now, because what we can do, not jump, but we can change the length of what we want to cut these. So I'm going to set this to 6 meter, and it will snap for me to 6 meters. So every time I get a perfect cut. Now, because we're using auto load anyway, it shouldn't matter too much. Now I'm hoping that's a good size, but if we cut it wrong, it's going to cause us problems. Let's pick these up then and just see how it is, because they might be a little bit too long. We might have had to go with 5 meters maybe. I think they are a bit too big, aren't they, for it? So the next one we're going to have to chop to 5 because it's not detecting them, but I can pick them up. And I know this isn't pretty, but bear with me, because, you know, this is just a test it out, make sure the contract is working, which we already know it is. I mean, that's not too bad. That should have gone in. I extended the box out as well on the edge, but yeah, it's not. Should have worked. That should have. I'm sure of it. Ah well. It's doing the job. Right, where's the little bit? I mean, we'll try it with 5 and see what it does, but it might mess up now because I've put them in. There we go. Yeah, let's try this one with 5 and see what happens. I want to go back down to 5 and then snap on this. So 5 meters works a treat. It's just me faffing about. I can just extend the box out anyway, so it's not like it matters too much. But what a mod this is, the Forestry Helper. If you're like me and don't want to, you know... Oh, let's try that again. If you're like me and don't want to do log grabs and stuff like that because you don't feel as confident with it. This is a very fast solution. I haven't got a clue what's happening right now. There we go. I also like how in the lumberjack mod you can get if you look underneath, we've got wood chips popping up. There we go. So that should be spot on now. I have to drive over this. Not the easiest thing to do because of the location of it. But we got them on. So there's 2 more. And last one that we can drive up. And it's job done. I'm hoping the stumps... Is that just jumped on? Go away. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Last one. Yeah, I'm hoping the stumps that are left on the ground disappear when we complete this. But I don't want to do that just in case the logs then disappear that are in this. I want to be able to sell them. So we'll find out. Let's drive up to the sawmill, which is just over there. So we might be able to take a bit of a shortcut here. Yeah, we may as well turn right and go that way. It's a bit of a detour as well. But we will come back and have a look. I'm hoping it is just as straightforward as the tree stumps disappear as soon as we complete the contract. I'll also try and drive through a field just to confirm that the tyres, now that I've said it, actually do pick up mud. I mean, we could drive through this. I don't own it, and I know it's not the best thing to do, but we should pick up... There you go. Just to confirm we have got mud in the tyres. So it was just the water. Which is... I guess it makes sense, but also at the same time, if you've got like really muddy area and it's wet, then it should surely pick that up quicker. Hopefully, anyway. Right, let's sell these. We've not received any money, and I'm sure I don't own the sawmill. I might own the sawmill, actually. I think you do start off with it. Yeah, you do. So I've got wood in there, so we could start producing. I mean, it'd be nice to know, actually, if I can sell the sawmill, just in case you don't want to own it. So I can sell it. So, yeah, let's do that. And then next time, we'll make a bit of money. We've made money, anyway, by selling the sawmill. So, them logs, we just got a load of money for the logs. Right, quick drive back. I'm going to have a quick look, and I think we'll leave it there. It was only going to be a short and sweet one, but let's go and confirm that it's disappearing as we complete the contract off. So let's get this done. We've got a log right in front of us, but if we just collect this, should have earned £450. And yeah, you can see that the trees have actually been replaced back to what they originally were when they were set up on the map, which is a bit of a strange way of doing it. But I guess that's the way Giant set it up. But at least we know it's working. So we've done the testing on the Deadwood mission, and that worked perfectly well. I've done a short video. So yeah, apologies if you're expecting the farmhand today. It will be out tomorrow, so keep an eye out on the channel for that. But yeah, I thought I'd do a quick video and just showing off some of the even newer features that are coming to Calmsden. And I really like this effect that Oxy's added to this. It's kind of like boggy area. It really does look impressive. But on that note, I am going to leave the video there. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, give it a thumbs up for me, because that really does help me out. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this one on Farming Simulator. See you, everybody.